This is the kipping knee raise. So first, I'm going to show what this actually looks like. Okay, so a couple things. First and foremost, when we're doing this exercise, we have to remember that the whole point of it, right, is it is a scale to eventually work into the kipping straight leg raise and then eventually the toes to bars. So with that said, we want to create nice hollow body and arch positions. And we're bending our knees essentially because it allows us to shorten the lever and just create less resistance for ourselves so we can hang on to the bar and hang on to the reps for longer. So number one, a very big one, is that we want to actually maintain the arch position. And the only way to do that is as I lower my legs, you'll notice that I am re-straightening my knees so that I can create a solid arch position before I go into that next rep. And then number two is as I exit the arch position and start to bring my knees up, I'm keeping my legs together, A, and then B, I'm forming a hollow shape by simply trying to pull my rib cage down to my pelvis so that both my abs and my hip flexors are doing work. So two big common faults here are number one, relating to the arch. We just don't want to break, right? And more so, we don't want to keep our knees bent as we go through the exercise. So this is what that looks like. Right? Where you can see my knees are staying bent and it doesn't allow me to create a lot of stretch through the abs and the hip flexors and thus eventually allow me to progress faster. Number two, like I mentioned, is we want to create a solid hollow position. Even though our knees are tucked, we still want to make sure that we are flexing our abs by trying to pull our rib cage down to our pelvis so that we can create that good hollow position. If we don't do that, then this is what that looks like. You'll notice that I'll raise my knees, but what happens is there is still a little bit or can be a little bit of an arch in my low back, and thus I'm not really using my abs to their full extent. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are pulling our rib cage down every single rep and trying to tuck our knees into our chest and effectively round out our lower back so that, again, our abs and our hip flexors are doing work so we can strengthen those areas in order to get better at straight leg raises and then eventually get ourselves to do toes to bars. So that is the kipping knee raise.